man cave. Okay, today we're going to remove the back wheel, swing arm, and lots of other goodies, and do a bit of major servicing on the rear end of the Goldwing. Anyway, we'll set this up somewhere and we'll do a bit of filming as we go along. So what we might do is we'll undo a few bolts and we'll lift the whole rear end of this thing right up with a pulley off of something up there. Yeah, we've had to turn the bike around, mainly because if you look up here we've got to lift the whole back end on that beam up there. So we'll go down this end here, down the end of the shed, and get the big bike lifter. That's her there, and yeah, we'll get the bike up and start undoing a few things.
Players are there in a men's lacrosse team?
About 40 degrees of Rutherford.
40 degrees at Rutherford.
Yeah, under the shade, yep. Yeah.
And windier.
Yeah.
Shocking that. Peter, in which country would you find the Skoda Auto Museum?
Without the footing? We're going to take the best now and see if maybe about 5,000.
Hello, Mike.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thanks, Mike. How are you?
Oh, not too bad.
You staying cool? In Queensland, I was just looking back at talking to Royce Hardman and his dog Trigger, that are trying to raise money for post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, look, he is an former, I shouldn't say ex, should I? He is a former Australian infantry soldier, and he's walking.
All right.
Mike, how are you?
Oh, not too bad.
You staying cool?
I got a wine here.
Okay, how's that looking under there?
In what country would you find a Skoda?
That's spot on.
Czech Republic. In Queensland, I was just looking back at talking to Royce Hardman and his dog Trigger, that are trying to raise money for post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, look, he is an former, I shouldn't say ex, should I? He is a former Australian infantry soldier, and he's walking
Alright,
around
that should just
Australia
about do us there.
solo and unsupported to raise awareness and money for military posts.
So we'll tie that down in a moment, and
and their families.
yeah, got plenty of room under there. Still a few more K's in that tyre.
He doesn't have a support crew.
But we'll put the new one on so we can get ready for Tassie. First job is to remove the seat.
They use it all the time, and it's
So we'll take the backrest braces off first.
It's snake, not snack.
Give me a little pile there.
Snuck into the room.
And
didn't smack in.
That's true.
Dreadful word. I hate
yeah,
it.
we'll do this side.
It gets you hot under the collar.
I don't move that today.
No. Good on you, Don. Thanks, mate.
Enjoy the show.
Okay, bye-bye. Gordon, hello, how are you?
So what we're going to do today is
Good, thank you, Gordon. Words that get you hot under the collar.
loosen up a lot of this gear on the back here, and we'll just tip the whole back of the bike up, which makes life very easy. It doesn't say to do that in the manual, but I like to do it my way, and it makes life easy. Okay, so I've got those 4 bolts out, and that's all there is to getting the seat off. 4 bolts, and we have it. So we'll just empty some gear out of the side panniers, take the side covers off, the exhaust covers, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Now next we've got to block that front wheel up there, give it some support so that when we lift the back of the bike, it doesn't pull it off of this bike stand. Now what we've done to date is block the front wheel. I use a car rim, or my four-wheel drive rim there, just to support the front end, because we're going to be lifting from the back. And we've taken the engine covers, have come off, got the seat off, side covers, and down below we've taken off the exhaust covers as well. So the lifter has all been locked in. Hope that's in focus, but it's all been locked in so it can't go anywhere. And I'm just about to put a tie down strap over the centre of the bike just to stabilise it. Yeah, so there's no rush, and we're just plodding along, and we'll be back shortly. Now what we've done is remove the pillion's footrests both sides, and this, I'll just point this out, that is the main shaft for the swing arm. It is withdrawn through the driver's side of the bike, and on the opposite side there's a big castellated locking type nut, which we'll just go and have a look at. Now I don't know if you can see that too well, but that's it there, that fella. Come back a bit, see how we go there. So that lock nut has got to be undone. You probably do it with a chisel and a hammer, and yeah, and then she screws out. But anyway, we've got to get all the rest of this off. So next job is we'll get rid of the mufflers. Okay, now we're getting towards near where we want to be, and we've got both mufflers off now, and yeah, might even start it up. Have a listen. Yeah, so it doesn't take much to get things off of these bikes, as long as you know which way they do come off, what order. It's very basic. Okay, a bit of a listen there. And might just leave it like that. Sounds alright. Okay. Now to get all of this body here so that we can put a come along on the tow bar up to the roof, and that will tilt the whole body upwards. But first we loosen off 2 bolts up the top, which is that one there, just there, and the other one is there. Loosen only, do not take them out. Now that's the top of the subframe for the top box and the panniers. So once those 2 bolts are loosened, there's a 2 at the bottom of the subframe which you must take right out. No, you don't have to, sorry, they are slotted. I'm sure they are slotted. But anyway, to get those out, we'll just bear with me. We'll open this box up. Now the bottom one comes out where the airline hose is there. It's directly in behind that, so we'll just pull that bit of rubber off I've glued on there, and yeah, there's room enough to get a socket in there. There's plenty of room. Exactly the same the other side. Now once that's out, you can actually put the come along on and just tilt this whole thing up out the road. So if you go to a Goldwing dealer and he says it's a 3-hour job, well, not so. But because I'm doing the swing arm, I've taken all those other parts off down there, because I've got to get to that swing arm shaft. but normally you just take the side covers and the seat off, undo a couple of bolts, drop the mufflers, which are only 5 bolts, 6 bolts even, and yeah, lift her up, job done. Anyway, we'll keep going. Now this is where the second bolt of the subframe is, in through that small hole. So just crack it out, I know, just a little bit to loosen it right up, and then that's it. So we're going to do the other side. I've already loosened the two top subframe bolts off. That one there, one the other side. So we'll go to the other side now and do the other bottom one. I had to cut that cover out because it wasn't a rubber one. So you just put that socket in there, undo every few turns. I'm sorry if that's jumping around a bit, but my arm's hitting the lid on the side box, and that's all it needs. Now the whole back end of this bike's just ready to be pulled up in the air, and yeah, we'll give you a demo. Okay, we've got it all rigged up now, and got it around the bottom of the tow hitch there. It's got a safety clip on it, so if we go too far forward you can't fall off. And yeah, so she's hooked up there. Anyway, I can't hold this and do it all at once. It's got to be done in a few stages, so because that's the only lifting gear I've got. Alright, I'll give you a look when she's right up. Okay, so I've started lifting it, and if you watch down around this area, you'll be able to see it progressing towards the ceiling. And that's all there is to it. It's not rocket science. Anyway, I've run out of rope there on the ratchet, but you can tip it right up, and the whole wheel, everything's just all exposed. But yeah, we'll just stop it there for a moment. Okay, so there you have it. She's that's all it is. Seat off, 4 bolts, but I've taken the rest off because yeah, doing that swing arm shaft. That's how easy it is. So she's easy to get a bit of polish up under there too while she's at it. And so anyway, that leaves all the wheel exposed under there, and I can go up higher if I want, but yeah, plenty of room there. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we've dropped the rear end out. We've got the wheel out. Yeah, it's all sitting over there. And to get that swing arm out, yeah, you've got your big bolts and bearings sit in there, and this rectifier, that's the reverse for the reverse gear on it. That's a reverse rectifier. That goes right down in there, and believe me, that was a mission getting it out. So anyway, we've got it all apart, and the universal joint looks really good. It's like the day it was made, and the bike's just turned 20 years old, but as you can see, there's been no dirt or rubbish getting in there. Everything's pretty clean inside, and yeah, there you have it. Not much of it left. Got a few repairs to do up in under there. Some of the plastic guard has disappeared, but yeah, we'll just keep playing with it. Go and order some new pads and stuff like that. A few new gaskets, and we'll be in business. So that's how easy it is. I love doing this stuff. Love Goldwings. They're a challenge. Well, we're back at the wing again, and everything's gone to plan. The universal joint was it was still like brand new since the day it was made, and the swing arm bearings, they're all great. Repacked them with high temperature bearing grease. No growling or grinding in those. and I've fitted up the new E3 that's on there, Dunlop E3 tyre, and yeah, 19,820 k's out of the previous E3, so yeah, you've got to be happy with that. So we've got the new brake pads in there, disc pads, and we've checked out the rear wheel bearings, they're all good. Re-greased the axle just to stop any corrosion starting on that in case water does get past the seals, and we're just about ready to start dropping it down again. So all of that went in very easy. Once you get the body of these things up in the air, it's really good. Okay, we'll let the body down now, and we're just about home and hosed.